What podcast reviewer 37 describes as an indiscriminate hellish ride that I would not wish on my worst enemy. The industry's elite have said time and again, man, fuck those guys. Get ready, if your ears had butts, they'd about to be fucked. Welcome to the Butt Fuck Nowhere Show. Yeah, welcome back everybody to a brand new episode of the Butt Fuck Nowhere Show. Jesus Christ, I can still smell that fucking burrito.
I don't.
Oh, I do. I smell it. It's like when a crackhead smells the remnants of crack. That's what I smell. I smell only pork burrito, and I want to fucking stab you. You know what else I smell? The fucking bay leaves. The bay leaves are still fucking hitting me in the nose. Listeners,
you must have like a dog's fucking nose, because I can't even smell that shit.
Yeah, when it comes to crack, yes I do. When it comes to my addictions, I do.
There's this fucking picture of a dog that seized all this cocaine, and there's like bricks of cocaine standing, or rather, right behind him, and he's got like this shit-eating grin, like he just took a fucking hit off of it. He's like, so when's our next hit, boss? Like, you know, when's our next score, boss? We're going after him. Fucking A. It's like that's where you're at right now. It's
yeah,
like,
pretty much. Anyways, I guess this is going to be our year in review, possibly part one, depending on, you know,
if we have anything to say afterwards.
Yeah. So, or maybe shit we forgot to talk about. But this is going to be the Game Rage year in review 2024. Just in case you forgot, I'm Josh. He's Adam.
Yep.
If you want to follow us on social media, Game Rage Magazine, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe, follow, whatever the hell it's called. Game Rage Mag on Twitter/X. Go to All Gas No Trash Official on Instagram if you want to follow Adam. Check out the All Gas No Trash podcast. And go to substack.com/@AllGasNoTrash Official for some articles and stories about music-related musings from Adam, the true musical industry disruptor.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm like the Ice-T of fucking... I'm like Ice-T in the Play Haters Ball, dude. Hate.
Yeah.
Hate.
What was his name in the play? I don't remember. I remember
I think it was just Ice-T.
Silky John. Oh, yeah, you're right. I think he was just regular ass Ice-T. Anyways. So 2024. I don't have like final tallied numbers yet.
Who gives a shit?
I'm just curious to know like how much shit we made and how much shit we made and how many downloads we received because of it. But we made a lot.
The story is not in the fucking numbers, dude. It was in the work and all the weird shit that we did throughout the year. There's been numerous highlights.
Yeah.
I think personally, the thing I'm most proud of. Well, obviously, let's pay our respects to Josh over here for holding it down, continuously posting all the shit that we do, and putting in all the effort for the RSS bullshit.
Oh my god!
And also, generally being unbiased towards certain podcasts about like, I don't feel like doing this today. You just kind of like, fuck it, we got to do it because it has to be done. I'm not like that.
No, you're not.
I'm not like that.
You are not like that.
I'm very upfront about what I don't like.
Hey man, there's plenty you've been like, hey man, listen, I don't want to talk about politics bullshit today. I don't give a fuck about that right now. All right, that's cool. You can just sit there and be quiet. I'll talk about it. But yeah, you are very upfront about that. And I don't think I've ever told you no about anything. I've been like, yeah, I'm down. Whatever.
Yeah.
Listen, even if I don't want to talk about it, I'll fucking talk about it.
Yeah.
Work has to get done. And work's going to fit about to get done.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree. Let's give me a nice round of applause for that.
Round of applause for that, even though there's no fucking applause. We need a button for that.
Yeah, we do. We need a button.
You
know, I'll just play the Scott Steiner. He's fat.
He's fat. Overall, just generally a good year, even if, irregardless of what has actually happened with the numbers, because that shit just like blew us sideways in August with like the IAB standards now.
And it makes no sense.
No, it doesn't.
And it doesn't make sense that now we're all of a sudden it's coming back. Like
coming back in the sense that we're achieving better, or
that we're achieving better numbers. Like it's just all of a sudden coming back. And again, YouTube never faltered.
Yeah.
If anything, YouTube, I mean, I don't think we're going to hit this month, but like because I just don't think there's enough fucking time left.
in the month. But like, man, we almost doubled our number from YouTube last month to this month to December, being the worst month of the year.
I think this is indicative that we can do even better.
Yeah,
because now I feel like we come up with one revelation a year.
Yeah,
and we need to do something about that, where we come up with things. Or actually, that's not true, because we did have a little bit of a revelation in April, May, when we were making reels and doing all kinds of shit, adding videos and making covers for reels and TikTok. And then TikToks and YouTube reels.
And then we realized that actually has literally no difference on the number of people that listen at all.
At least we figured that out. But
it does now. In and of themselves, they do generate traffic on the social media pages, but they actually don't translate into anyone going to listen to the episodes.
It's because it's fucking Gen Z, dude.
Yeah, they're assholes.
They're fucking assholes. They can't.
And that's the worst part, is on YouTube. The great thing about YouTube is you could literally, if you're watching the reel, you can click the link that's in the video to go listen to the actual fucking episode. And no one did that.
And I don't understand how, if you were interested in the subject matter for a 60-second video, how would you not be interested in the entire conversation? Because that thing is just kind of taken out it's a sample of the conversation itself.
Yeah.
How are you being satiated by 60 seconds of that?
Okay, and also, our biggest video of biggest anything of fucking 2024 were the Harvard Westlake Corona High fucking things. Okay, those were our biggest things on social media. Those were our biggest things on everything. We got like 20,000 fucking views on like one thing, right? It translated to maybe 50 downloads. And that's a little better than what we were doing before. But like, you would think if 20,000 fucking people saw this, and again, I'm not just saying 20,000 jackoffs, because there were also several thousand likes and things like that of people that are close to the situation. This was all people watching it generally that were like involved or like were from the area. So this was like a local groundswell of people listening to the shit that were likely directly related like to it. And people arguing in the comments section about shit. And also my greatest thing about that was like, hey, did you even listen to the fucking episode? Oh, no, you didn't? Then shut the fuck up, because you don't even know what the fuck we're talking about.
Yeah.
This was a 15-second clip from a fucking 45-minute episode we did about this, a deep dive into this shit. And you're going to sit here and tell me that I'm wrong because of this 15 seconds that you disagree with. Go listen to the episode and hear all the fucking facts that we spilled to back it up. And then people would shut the fuck up, but no one went to go listen to the goddamn episode.
No.
That was, honestly, my crowning achievement for the year was Harvard Westlake, the school, and the athletic director, and the coach of the team liking our post of that video of us saying, fuck Harvard Westlake. They fucking, and I've got the receipts to fucking, that was the highlight of our year, of my year at least, on social media, was having someone be, albeit a multi-million-dollar institution, liking a video where we said fuck them in it.
That was pretty awesome.
And then it was up there for a while until someone said, which is why I took a screenshot of it, because I'm like, there's no way people will believe us. And I took the screenshot, and then like a few hours later, all of a sudden it disappeared. Because somebody said, hey, they weren't saying anything good about you guys. You should probably tell them to go fuck themselves. And then the coach even commenting on the video, the head coach of the team saying that basically, oh yeah, like he was agreeing with what we were saying, but he didn't listen to it all the way because he's like, oh yeah, I agree that whatever, Corona is a juggernaut. No, we were saying you were the juggernaut, you fucking asshole, because you had every reason to win and no reason to lose, and you fucking lost anyways.
Yeah, it's like the one thing that Corona had is that they had a crop of players that were elite.
Yeah.
But they get that on an annual basis, and they have money.
Yeah, exactly. And so that little feud that we had going on for a while was
pretty cool.
The highlight of the year. And that was awesome. And I think 2025, we need to set our sights higher. And I mean, at this point, I feel like Elon is going to personally ban us from fucking Twitter. If I continue my wrath of shitposting, specifically against things that he says, I feel like I will permanently get us banned from Twitter, which would be another highlight for 2025. Anyways, go. I thought you were indicating you needed to speak.
Oh, no.
Anyways, but yeah, for 2024, that was definitely, I think, our highlight on social media. I think our revelation that we got was, it's funny, it was like a dual revelation. We had the revelation of, oh my God, we should be making reels for everything. And every episode we do, started doing it. And then realized in like a few months, oh, the revelation of, fuck, this isn't actually even doing anything. Like, it was like this weird placebo effect. And I think what's the real revelation for the year is, I don't think there's any more fucking mugs in there. Just to be, there's Chopa Chicos. I think I'm out of mugs. I need to go back to the store and get some. Sorry.
It's all right.
Nah, I feel like I've let you down. I feel like I fucked off and let you down, man.
I mean, I didn't really
And
care.
the worst part is, I opened the fridge 2 days ago, and I was like, oh, when Adam comes over, there's no mugs in here. I need to get some more mugs.
Oh, yeah.
And I intentionally fucked off and didn't get more mugs. Like, I'm going to be honest with you. I intentionally was like, nah, I'll buy them next time.
That's cool. I'm not going to lose sleep over it.
Oh, I am. I already have. I've lost 2 days of sleep because of this.
Did you want one?
No, I'm good. I got the fucking Mountain Dew or whatever in this thing. The things on the fridge, the bottle opener. Anyways, so the revolution I think we've really found is that posting a thumbnail, a modified thumbnail on the YouTube videos has legitimately skyrocketed our views on YouTube. For at least
it's changed everything, man.
I mean, it really has.
It's like the monkey discovering the monolith and fucking.
Yeah.
I'm losing my shit. I'm fucking flinging crap
everywhere. Yeah. Like, I can't believe that legitimately made a difference. And you know what's fucked up? Every time I post something on YouTube, it literally comes up with the thing that says, you know, posting a thumbnail would probably increase your views. I just ignored it. And it's like, now that we do it, I'm like, oh wow, it does tell us this every single fucking time. It's like, wow, what a shitbag.
Because I didn't think it. I thought, okay, it'll make a difference. I thought it was going to be a marginal difference, but what I think it does is it gives people an opportunity to vaguely understand what the video is about, aside from the title. But that's not really. I think I kind of see it in that it's not really enough to just have the regular image that RSS auto generates.
Well, yeah, it's just the logo.
It's just it's just the logo of the podcast.
Nobody knows what the fuck that is.
The cover image, right?
Yeah.
So you can't really make anything out besides the subject of the video itself, which is fine, but that's not enough to get people over. So you need to add stupid bullshit.
Yeah. And what's fucking crazy is, okay, so like the Has Been Hotel episodes on YouTube do really well, right? Hell of a Boss, all that shit. I can only imagine if that had like a thumbnail, how many more motherfuckers would have clicked that shit.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, All Gas, No Trash on YouTube was getting, you know, whatever, 5 to 15 maybe downloads an episode, roughly. The Hell of a Boss ones were getting like, you know, whatever, 40, 50. So like, I mean, fuck, we like, what? Like 4x the number, 5x the number, maybe just on All Gas, No Trashes, just because we put thumbnails, and went back and put it on a couple of old episodes too, and it still increased the number by a shit ton.
Yeah.
So almost seemingly time doesn't matter. It's only content of what the episode's about.
Well, it has to have a hook. Like it has to be. I mean, the top episodes that have been on the YouTube channel have been interesting, but imagine if we made a thumbnail for each of them, how much further they would go. Because if the subject matter was interesting, maybe a thumbnail would really fucking reel people in to really check out the video. But that felt like a fucking revelation for 2025. I don't think it's going to be a home run every time. Like,
No.
we can't control how people are going to react to things. And
well, again, the Jim Johnson episode did dog shit, but that's because I think it was because nobody knows what the fuck that is.
yeah, all we really need though is within a full year, depending on how many episodes we make of each podcast and how many of those have thumbnails or whatever, that if a third of those, I just want to put up Tony Gwynn numbers, dude. If we could have a home run
every
one out of three times,
3 out of 10,
Yeah.
you know, that'd be great.
yeah. So that was kind of one of the cool things that happened is that now I feel like we've had another fucking major breakthrough.
A game-changing revelation, if you will.
Yeah. As far as productivity goes, probably our most productive year, but also in hindsight, it's like it's a mixed bag, because if we had to objectively analyze what we did, we're doing 4 comic episodes every fucking week.
Dude, we were like 8 a week, man.
Yeah.
That was a bad choice. That was a bad choice.
Yeah. But it was mainly that we were trying to get ourselves to 2,000.
Yeah, and then that
streams.
fucking hit us in the face with the fucking the numbers deal. And then we were like, all right, fuck it.
Since it don't matter no
It doesn't
more.
matter anymore. Well, the numbers don't matter. I mean, we're still kind of keeping track of them, but like on a monthly basis meant more so, or weekly basis instead of a daily basis. But now it almost doesn't even matter, because I'm sure there's going to be a rug pull again, like with the numbers. But YouTube is doing great, so I think that's the real metric. And we never lost a shit ton on YouTube, so I kind of have a feeling that the numbers deal with the whole. It further solidifies my reasoning that the RSS numbers are horse shit, because they artificially lowered them. So we'll never really know what the true number on RSS is. But again, every month since that happened, it's been steadily rising. So what the fuck does that say? It's also confusing because, okay, we're still gaining momentum there, but I don't know. They can go fuck themselves, apparently.
For sure, for this year, I think I'm not 100% positive, but at least of the sample of episodes I've gone back to listen to for parts, I think the chemistry has gotten better, and I think the experience of doing all this has made it's become, I think, something of second nature, possibly. I don't know. I can't tell, but compared to what we were doing earlier, like, this comes across way more easier. And and we're doing episodes seemingly on the spot and not being too concerned about how they turn out, even with like us coming up with ideas for episodes like 2 minutes before or 5 minutes before. We're like, fine, let's see where we can go with it. And we still don't have a fucking problem coming up with episodes, or like the length of the episodes be a problem.
No, that's true. I mean, and we were doing, for a hot clip there, we were doing fucking 8. I mean, we record at least 2 nights a week. Well, me and you do 2 nights a week, and then me and Frank and Ruben do 1 night a week. So, like, I mean, just you and I, we were recording. I mean, we weren't recording the whole 8 hours, but we were sitting here for like an 8-hour period, 2 nights a week, doing the process of all this. And I mean, shit, the process of it. I mean, fuck, we probably put in. I mean, if you just did 16 times 52, that's 832 hours of just sitting here doing podcasting stuff in the studio, doing the podcasting, right? Like, not talking for that long, but like doing shit related to it, posting it, doing whatever, and, you know, putting it in here. That's minimally what we did, generally. So, I mean, like, you know, you talk about that fucking 10,000 hours deal. And again, I'll tell you right now, there ain't nobody putting out as much shit as we are. And that's one thing that I think we can say that at least I'm the most proud of, is the level of productivity. And I think we batted a little higher than 300 overall for the year in terms of episodes that were good or bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, and yeah, even with putting out as much shit as we put out, not every fucking episode is, like you say, going to be a fucking home run. But in terms of like how we do, but yeah, I think for sure that the content has gotten better. It's gotten more, what's the word? Like you said, the chemistry, like the flow of the fucking episodes. And I think the overall quality has just gone up. It hasn't gotten worse, I feel like.
Yeah.
So that's good.
This is also, I feel like I've taken a step back as a human, though. Well, one thing or the other, I'm not entirely sure. I think, well, this is debatable. A lot of the things that we did for the interviews, right? I'm extremely proud of, because I think the research that I did for each person was commendable to the
above and beyond.
because I wanted these people that we interviewed to have a good time.
Oh, they did. They all had a great fucking time.
But at the same token, I can't take the disrespect that we got in some cases, or the negligence that we asked them to post, or rather, we insisted upon them helping us get this episode out.
Well, and I will say it was mutually agreed upon.
Yes.
All right. Insistent is not, I mean, yes, we were like suggestive multiple times, but we did mutually agree, hey, like, you just post some shit on your shit so that people could see it. And really, only one person fucking actually did it. Well, two people, I guess. Because eventually, Yuri Kurosawa did it.
Yes, but...
And Ed did it.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Like, but the thing I don't understand, and I don't know if it's generally about the size of our audience or what it might be about, because we are relatively new and small, right? And I'll give them that. But I feel like we did them a service.
We did.
I felt like we did them a service. And maybe it's just some part of my brain that's activated now that I don't like being disrespected, dude. And we've said stuff on episodes about some of the people that were, I don't want to say problematic, because problematic isn't the word, because if they didn't actually do anything to help us, then they were just kind of like negligent overall. Problematic in that sense, right? But I don't like that, man. I feel like I said, we put in the work to show respect and all that shit, but I felt like this year I've developed this I don't give a fuck attitude, and maybe I burned a lot of bridges, especially this last month.
Yeah.
But at the same token, man, if it's like the WWE, right? Or the WWF. How do you get The Rock and Stone Cold in the Attitude Era? You have people standing up for themselves and their own characters and their own personas. Own personas or gimmicks. And if you're just in line with everybody else, you're not really distinguishing yourself.
Right.
And, you know, within the last week or two, I wrote an article about Cosmic assigning this artist, this Chicano Batman's Bardo Martinez. And I didn't do it because I wanted to be malicious. I did it because I don't think I like the signing for them, because, as I said before, I think he's got a limited ceiling, like a fantasy football player. And that's not coming from like a malicious standpoint, but when you talk about trying to distinguish yourself and standing up to people and saying what's really on your mind, you kind of have to do that to everybody. You do it to acquaintances, you do it to friends or whatever. And yes, I'm also equally receiving of those type of criticisms. Like, you know, you and I have talked about things we've done, and you tell me stuff or whatever. I tell you the same thing, but I don't have a problem with it. Like, if it's for our own self-improvement, like, we do something about it, right?
Right, yeah.
But what?
You know, like the other day when I said, "Oh, hey, I got to get up early, so I can't do it," and you said certain comments to me, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, he's right." So, you know, and then I'm like, "Oh, okay." I said the same thing back to you, and then that was it. But it's like, okay, it's obviously he's right. It's for our self improvement. Like,
that wasn't the example I was thinking of.
That is an example. Like,
yeah.
What was the example you were thinking of?
I don't know. I was just like, because you made suggestions about what we should be doing for social media.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and
I don't want to say I didn't believe you, but I wouldn't do it.
Yeah,
and then I would do it.
Yeah,
afterwards, because for whatever reason. But yeah, I just think going all in on yourself and really saying what's like, just being, it's the Barney shit, dude. Like, being true to yourself. I know that sounds very odd, but when you're trying to do something and you're trying to be as authentic as possible, dude, do it on every sense, man. Whether it's in writing format or it's in spoken word, do it in every way possible. I think I've got myself in trouble in some regard, but at the same token, man, like, if we're gonna be The Rock or Stone Cold, this is the shit we got to do. And
Hey, man.
it's interesting to people. I'm telling you, man, people are interested in the things that we're saying.
Stone Cold Steve Austin would have never got signed by the WWF if he didn't go to ECW and talk a bunch of shit about Eric Bischoff on TV. It just wouldn't. It would have probably never fucking happened, and it wouldn't have happened in the way that he did by him standing up and saying, "No, this is what I want to be. This is who I am. This is who Steve Austin is as a character. I'm not gonna go job for fucking this guy. That's not what Steve Austin does." Hey, man, perfect. That's great. That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
We're not just gonna job for fucking anybody. We're just not going to do it. And I think that goes to lend us a major increase to our credibility.
Yeah.
And it also, lets people know we don't take shit. We're not taking shit from nobody.
Yeah, right now we're working on being Shelton Benjamin in AEW.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
We're Shelton Benjamin in the IC title.
Yeah.
Back in the Ruthless Aggression era.
Yeah, right now we're just like mid-carders. We're trying to get a belt, all right?
Yeah.
And the belt is like getting paid. Like that's the belt we're trying to get. We're trying to get a little money. All right. Once we get that, we won the Intercontinental Championship. And then maybe we can move on to maybe becoming like a world champion one day.
Yeah.
But right now we're just trying to get something. We're just trying to make ends meet and basically have this be a net zero cost at the end of the day. So, I don't know. But at the end of the day, I think that what we've done this year has been commendable. If lack of fucking trying, no one can say for sure that we didn't fucking try, that we didn't fucking put in work. Whether you think the work was good or not is sure that's debatable, right? It's up for fucking opinion, up for opinion. But you can't say we didn't do the work.
I think of the 52 weeks in a year, I think there's only been 1 or 2 weeks where we didn't do something for a week. And I don't even think it's been 1 week. I think at the very least, we've done one thing every fucking week.
Yeah, pretty much.
What else do you got to say?
I just have to say, I mean, I think that we've done a lot and we should be fucking proud of that.
Yeah.
And to anyone else that wants to do it, we're a fucking prime example of you can do it. You can just go on and do it. And you just don't fucking, you don't make excuses about what, because trust me, we could make excuses every day of the week as to, why we didn't record on this day or why we wouldn't record on that day. You could sit there and do that, or you could just go do it and stop being a lazy asshole. And then you could fucking have a fucking body of work as in just a short fucking, 18 months? We've made fucking over 600 fucking episodes or some shit like that, something ridiculous like that.
Yeah, something like
Probably
that.
closer to 700.
Yeah,
I would imagine. Maybe even more than that. I don't know, but I mean, we're coming up on, some of these podcasts are reaching their 100th episode. I mean, All Gas No Trash is only like 10 or so away from hitting 100.
Oh, I need to keep track of that so we could do like a...
Yeah, we need to do a 100th episode special.
Yeah.
I don't know. CUP's fucking getting somewhere up there. So is BFN, I think. So I mean, yeah, we're getting close to having made multiple podcasts with hitting the 100 episode fucking mark, which is pretty fucking insane if you think about that.
Yeah,
considering how most people that have podcasts never get to 100 episodes with a single fucking podcast.
Yeah, doing shit on a bi-weekly basis,
twice a month.
How much could you really? I mean, I don't know. I'm hoping the fact that each podcast has numerous episodes, that it just turns into a cascading thing where if we strike gold with one of the newer episodes or something that we release, that it just ends up spilling back into the older episodes. And I think that has happened to some regard. People are going back and watching some of the older episodes, but I think with the thumbnails and making better titles and hopefully doing better episodes, that at some point, hopefully we'll break 1,000 on something. I think that's the goal for next year, is hitting 1,000 on one episode. Because I feel like that'll be a real fucking
That's a milestone
right there.
I mean, if we hit 1,000 views on one episode, we're sitting pretty.
Yeah.
And I mean, shit. I don't even know what the highest we have right now. It's maybe 100 and something, maybe. Well, I can't count a slice of dice because like I don't know why people listening to that. I have no fucking idea how and why they're listening to the stuff. Like it was just us playing D&D, and like it's not good. Like I mean when we actually play it is, but like there's a lot of gaps. Like there's a lot of like pausing and shit because it's like you got to figure shit out as we're doing it. Like obviously we're still learning how to kind of do that. So I don't understand why people fucking listen to that. But that's like that produces a shit ton of downloads every month for some fucking unknown reason. So I don't know. But I can't count that. I would count something else as being when we get to an episode that gets to 1,000. I feel like it's probably going to be something with All Gas No Trash because we're probably going to say something fucking to piss somebody off that's like of a high level. Fuck it, dude. And then it's going to somehow get traction somewhere, and I think that's probably what's going to end up happening, which I kind of hope it does. Yeah, because I'm okay with being infamous. Like, yeah, you know,
I think I prefer it honestly because I feel like that's going to last. Because I can't be a ball washer 100% of the time.
Nobody likes baby faces for that long, right? No. Like, I feel like that's going to be the thing. Is us pissing somebody off.
Yeah.
And it leading to...
taking real shots at people, the ones that hurt.
Yeah, the ones that count.
Keep hitting them in their fucking jewels.
Right in the fucking baby maker. Just fucking...
I really need to go find out more dirt about more artists or even management groups and just start... hitting them and saying things that I know will hurt their ego.
Oh yeah.
Like maybe I'll find an artist and credit somebody else for their popularity. Cause that one, I've said that before.
Yeah, that would.
I feel like I've met artists before, not to detract from our point of about Game Rage's progress, but you want to hurt somebody's ego. You credit somebody else's success to somebody else. They're like, oh man, that's so cool. I'm so glad that X person helped you out with your band or whatever, because I don't think you would have gotten as far on your own.
Yeah.
No, I did it by myself. No. This person right here, he helped you. Yeah, because he was part of your band.
Yeah.
Or you were part of his band, and the only reason that you guys are anywhere is because
of that guy.
Yeah, or in the popular, it kind of spills over, right?
Yeah.
And then they're like, no, it's me.
It's all me. I did that all on my own.
It's me, Oos.
Yeah. It's just me, Oos. Day one. It's just me, Oos. Damn.
I think for sure one other thing that I've done more recently, time management has been kind of big for me, where if I play an hour of fucking Fortnite or whatever, or I watch like a video of something and it ends up taking an hour, that at some point at like the 30 or 40 minute mark, I'm like, damn, I just wasted 30, 40 minutes just fucking around when I could have made an entire article, or I could have been working in Photoshop on thumbnails. I'm looking at things that way, where the time I spend on something that's not really going to contribute to anything we're doing or for myself, that I'm more or less doing away with, or it's going to be limited, so I have more time to do more of this shit or anything that's going to help us or myself in some manner.
Yeah. No, I get you. I honestly don't have time to even do anything leisurely. It's just fucking straight up. My leisure time is spent doing this. And honestly, because like you made the comment about the Warhammer shit earlier.
The what?
I see all this the Warhammer shit.
Like, the Warhammer.
I see all these Warhammer boxes stacking up, but yet no progress made. Yeah. And you're correct. They are. I continue buying shit and have not fucking finished anything. And I'm like, you know what? I need to just fucking justify it by sitting down for a day and just recording the whole thing on video, and then taking like the episodes where we're talking about lore and then just putting the fucking podcast audio over like a sped up version of me building this shit.
Yeah, that's fucking genius. That's like an easy listening thing.
Yeah, and it's people love to watch that stupid shit, and it's genius. So I need to quit talking about it and just do it. So that's what's 2025 January is going to be when I'm going to do that. I'm going to sit down and I'm going to fucking get that done. And then that way, I'll probably, because it's probably going to take me all the shit that I have fucking to build. It's probably going to take me like 8 to 12 hours to put together all that shit. That's not even counting painting it, because the painting shit, I'm going to do tutorials, which is even better. So, you know, we'll see where that goes. Hopefully that will get a lot of attention to the channel. I think those things will do well on YouTube, especially if I make a thumbnail that's like, you know, whatever.
Literally anything.
Yeah, attractive. Put like, just, and say something provocative like, what happened to the Necrons? And then just have like Jackie Chan's My Mind is Full of Fuck with the thing. And when all I'm doing is talking about the lore of Necrons, I'm not even fucking saying anything controversial. But that would be like, what did they do to the Necrons? Like, that's clickbait. That'll get some asshole to click on it.
Yeah.
And there we go. So like, I feel like that's the move right there. So we'll see.
Which group are you?
I'm the Necrons. That's my guys.
Which ones are those?
Those are that whole pile right there is all Necron shit in my.
That's Necrons.
All those guys that are right there, the silver ones that haven't been painted yet. Those are all my guys that I've built so far. The gray ones, those are Ruben's. He's Tyranids because he's an asshole. And then Ruben's also orcs as well. And then Frank also has the salamanders, which are space marines. And then he has another. They're not space marines, but they're a separate kind of division. But they're the imperial. They're like the guys who guard like the emperor and shit, the custodes. Which honestly, Frank's a bastard for choosing them because they are like the most broken faction.
Yeah.
And that's like the cheat. To me, I feel like that's like the cheaty way to be like, oh, I'm OP, I'm broken, so like, haha, I can just kick your ass no matter what. But as I told him, people just haven't fucking figured it out yet. Like, there's a way to fucking beat them for sure, and it's just a lack of skill as to why it has why it's easier to win with custodes. But and then my secondary army, I've got Blood Angels, and then I've got, which are a Space Marines faction, and then I've got the Death Corps of Krieg, which is coming out in January. That's gonna be my other one, which is like a like the it's just regular humans. They're not like enhanced or anything. They're just fucking crazy, and they love the Emperor, and they love to fucking die in battle. Like, I don't know. And they're like artillery. They're like artillery and like tank kind of base. So that's why I want to start with that. But anyways, that's going to be all coming in 2025. That's going to be, and then we're going to start the actual playing each other and filming it, battling. And that's going to really bring out some fucking viewers, because there's a lot of people that do that. And I'll tell you what, very few of them are actually entertaining. And I feel like with the amount of shit talking that we're going to do, it's going to at least be entertaining. We might not even play the game correctly, but we will fucking be entertaining as fuck the entire time.
Yeah.
Me and Frank might actually fist fight. I might beat up Ruben on this podcast. I don't know, on the not podcast, but on the video. Like, we might actually fist fight. And like, I want to do it in a way that's like presented as wrestling. Like, there's pre-match promos.
Pre-match promos.
Like, I'm gonna have like one of us will be the announcer. Like, whoever's not playing will be the announcer, and it'll be like pre-match interviews, like cutting promos on each other. So, and then
is it just battles, or is it taking over planets?
So it's like a narrative storyline that you can play, and you can also make up your own narrative storylines. So like, that's kind of what we're gonna do. Is the thing that I had envisioned was we were gonna do this like kind of like Star Wars Battlefront in the old days, where you have a bunch of planets. We'll have like a little section, and it'll be like 10 planets, and then we'll each have like our factions that we're going to play as in this sector, and then we'll fight each other. And then basically it'll work like, okay, we play on one planet that we want to attack. Okay, cool. We'll play a best of 3 series on that planet, and whoever wins the best of 3 series takes the planet. And then you can move on to the next, and everybody gets like a turn or whatever. So like, once somebody invades a planet, okay, cool, we got to play like the 3 matches to see who wins the planet. And then cool, you win one, then now I have the option, it's my turn, so then I get to pick if I want to try to reinvade that planet, or if I want to say fuck it and go to a different planet.
Yeah.
So like, that's kind of like what I envisioned how it'll be, because I don't know anybody that's doing it like that. And that will let us develop our own kind of like narrative storyline of how shit's going. And then the books all give you, like the lore books give you shit to like, oh, you can like throw in this as objectives and these things, and you can make up your own objectives, and like you can fucking craft a story, which is kind of what we're gonna do. We're kind of gonna craft our own story out of the basic lore of what's going on in each little universe. And then again, we're basically like, we're just basically gonna play characters like that are in the faction. Like, we're gonna be that's gonna be your character. Like your wrestling character is gonna be like one of these fucking people in the faction, and you're gonna play him as a character essentially. Like, and you're gonna fucking cut promos. That's kind of how we're gonna do it. Potentially. So that way it's not like, oh, as we're playing as multiple different armies, it's like, oh, it's just the same asshole playing different armies. Like, oh no, we're gonna have a different personality when we're playing, as like it's gonna be related to like whatever it is, like the Necrons or whatever characters you're playing as. The orcs. Like Ruben's gonna talk like an orc when he plays as the orcs, and he's gonna fucking be like he's also gonna believe that like if something's painted red, it goes faster. And like if fucking something's purple, it becomes invisible, so he won't be able to see anything purple. Like this gonna be.
Is that like their flaw?
Yeah, like so. Well, it's like the orcs. Their greatest strength and their greatest weakness is that anything that they collectively truly believe it becomes truth. So like the reason why the Emperor hasn't died is because they saw him fight in battle one time and they believed he was so badass that he was immortal. So like he became immortal because they believed it. So like if they're sitting there and they believe something is like if it's painted red and they believe that red things go faster, that thing does actually go faster. Like in the warp, like when they fast light travel, the warp like demons attack them or whatever, they love that shit. Like normally like there's like barriers and shit the humans and everybody else has so they don't get attacked. Oh, they think of it as like it's a fun good time when they do that. And like I said, purple things to them, purple is invisible. So like there was an orc that was like, oh, I'm gonna paint my motorbike fucking purple, and then he paints it, and then he comes back and he's like, oh fuck, where'd it go? It's gone. Like you can't see it, like because it's invisible.
Fuck yeah.
And that's fucking awesome. So like that's like their greatest strength, but their greatest weakness as well.
All right, I don't know what subreddit I was on. I think it was maybe like Grim Dank or some shit. But there's like I don't know if there's an Amazonian faction or whatever. It's all women.
Yeah, it's the Adeptus Sororitas, but they're like Catholic nuns. Like
yeah, but the meme was that they were into BDSM or some shit.
Yeah, they are kind of like they look like that. Yeah.
And then this one guy got captured. He's like, "Oh no, I'm gonna be sexually harassed by like
by hot nuns." Yeah.
So I don't know all the lore or everything, but I've been somewhat intrigued, just simply out of the memes.
Yeah, our good buddy Ed, I conned him into getting into fucking Warhammer, and that's the faction that he picked was the Adeptus Sororitas.
Yeah,
because he has this thing with being raised Catholic, and he's like, he's like, I don't know, man, it just speaks to me, and I'm like, yeah, bro, go for it, like, you do you, Playboy. So I thought that was funny, and then I'm conning our other buddy Ian into getting in too. So like, yeah, I don't know what faction he's in. He's supposedly gonna go Dark Angels, but I don't know. We'll see. But if we can get like a collective of people that like are in it, because listen, I've gone to some of these things like at local shops, people playing.
Oh no, I feel like I feel like I know where this is gonna go, but you go ahead
dude,
and say it.
It's they're just they seem everybody seems so nice until you start playing. And then no one really knows how every other army fucking works because it's so complicated. Most people don't even know how their own fucking armies work.
Oh, I thought you were going to say that they smell.
Oh, well, I mean, I haven't really encountered that. It's more of people that play Magic the Gathering and Yu-Gi-Oh! That smell. And I'm not saying that to be an asshole. That's objective truth, all right? People that play Warhammer generally shower because, see, like in Warhammer, like doing the minis and putting them together requires a lot of attention to detail. So like if you see a guy that shows up with an unpainted army, you know he probably might smell bad because he doesn't pay attention to detail. He's not showering. He's not, whatever. I would never show up to anything with an unpainted army. That's just disrespectful in my opinion. But anyways, that's beside the point. The point is, they're all very nice, like when you're talking stuff, but then like when you get into playing, I see some of these assholes trying to argue over it. I'm like, oh, you're just being an asshole now. Like I'd rather just play with us. And then we can argue over the rules because, like, I could listen. I could tell somebody to fuck off because I don't change for who I am. I'll just tell you to fuck off, and then I'll end up getting kicked out. Whereas if I do it here, it's a good television essentially. Like if I tell Frank to fuck off or Ruben or Ed or somebody to go fuck themselves, and then they get mad, and then we fucking start fighting over it. Like that's great television. All right, so must see TV on Game Rage. And I know this has devolved into a conversation about Warhammer, but it's great. That's in store for Game Rage in 2025. A lot of fucking Warhammer stuff. And then I'd like to eventually do like what a lot of these guys do, and they talk about upcoming stuff and they do like, previews. And really, I would love to do that to just maybe be able to get free Warhammer shit from Games Workshop because this shit is expensive. If they could send us shit for free, that'd be great. I doubt we will ever get that just because I doubt anyone's going to ever send us anything for free because as we've learned, at least with people that mostly do interviews with us, once they figure out who we are, they no longer want to be associated with us.
I don't think it's that. Well, maybe it's that coupled with the fact that we don't have that massive of an audience. I
don't think that has anything. I don't think the audience size has anything to do with it. I think it's simply purely that they find out too late who we
Like-
are, and they're like, oh fuck, like what have I done? Like what have I done? I think that's really legitimately what it is, because again, most of the people that we interviewed, they want to be in like the mainstream of like whatever industry they're in, right? Like they want to be in that industry, and you can't be associated with people like us if you want to be in like the mainstream of that industry that you want to be in. Like you just can't.
But we will. I think eventually what will happen is if we continue not to give a fuck, that we end up doing exactly what we want to, and then everybody will come back.
Yeah, it's going to be the Joe Rogan effect, because he had the same thing.
Yeah.
At the beginning, when no one gave a fuck, and he's just this loud, foul-mouthed comedian, and he's interviewing people. No one wanted to go on there because they didn't want to be associated with that type of
Or there wasn't a benefit to it.
Right, or they didn't think there was an abject benefit to it. And then once he hit the turning point, everybody wanted to come on regardless of how he feels and how he's viewed or associated, because they felt the benefit outweighed whatever negatives he was offering. So once our audience gets big enough, yeah, everyone's going to come fucking back and want to be on the podcast. So...
And then
we're going to tell them to fuck off.
And then we're going to flip the switch, and then we'll be selective about who we fucking let on.
Exactly. And then it's like, oh, sorry, where were you? Where were you when we were struggling?
Yeah.
Hey, it's nice to see all these people here. It's like the thing from fucking Shorzy. Oh, hey, it's nice that everybody's here now that we won and we're good, but where were you when we sucked?
Yeah.
Where were you when we were bad?
Yeah.
Oh, didn't see you around. Oh. And that's exactly this fucking speech I'm going to give. I'm probably going to get fucking given LSD, and I'm going to give that or crack or whatever they gave. They give him coke, I think, when he gave that speech. I'm going to fucking do some coke, and I'm going to go in front of everybody and be like, yeah, where were you? At our fucking celebration party, where were you?
Yeah.
I love to see all these smiling faces here, but where were you when we were bad? When no one gave a fuck about us?
Yeah.
Now you're here, riding our coattails. And then I'm going to jerk off into the crowd and throw it at him.
I'm not sure if this is going to be an objective for next year, but possibly next year we scale back the shit we're doing, or maybe we just keep the pace that we're doing and seeing what we do. If it's 4 or 5 episodes in one sit down for the 2 days that we do stuff, how much views that warrants.
I mean, we're doing 60 fucking episodes a month at minimum, and that's a lot.
It is.
And I will say we've generally been keeping that up, even removing this month when we basically haven't done any comic episodes.
Yeah.
So it's good to know that we can still do 60 if we needed to. I don't know if we need to do that much every month anymore. And I think that taking the stance of, if we don't feel like doing, like, we haven't done the comics in a while because I just haven't been feeling it.
Or we haven't done a lot of things in general.
Right. And if we're not feeling it, then we're not feeling it. Do what we feel, what we got stuff to talk about for, and just focus on that. Whatever episodes we have shit to talk about, we can do it. I mean, Chirping from the Pine, again, it's quote unquote slacked off, but there hasn't been a lot of shit to talk about that we've been interested in sports wise. So cool. We don't have anything we feel like talking about. Hey, something comes up. Cool. We'll do an episode and talk about it. That's something we want to talk about, you know? That's kind of where it's at, I guess.
I've also just genuinely started to develop disdain for sports journalism, as we've talked about on Chirping from the Pine in the previous episode, the last episode that we posted.
It is
that. Man, just keeping track of baseball free agency and all the shit that goes on. I've had 30 different people. I mean, people have Twitter and everything, and they're giving their takes about who's going to end up where. Oh, this person's just about to do this or that. And man, what if we end up doing that? I don't think we are or anything like that. But even then, it leaves a sour taste in your mouth about sports in general. It's like, man, it's so masturbatory and so stupid.
It is.
Largely, it's stupid. But I enjoy baseball. Like, I'm never gonna not love baseball. But just doing episodes about sports in recent memory, just makes me hate sports a little bit because it's kind of trivial.
Yeah, true.
And
who knows what's going to happen with wrestling? Because if this shit continues to suck dicks.
Oh, January 6th, man. That's
I don't know, man.
Everything's on the line for that one.
I feel like it is. I feel like if they produce a subpar show,
yep, it's over.
I think wrestling's over. I think we're going to just stop doing it.
or maybe I'll be slightly invested in AEW just to see what they do with Shelton Benjamin.
Yeah, but WWE will be out, and we will probably. I mean, shit. It is John Cena's last tour. I mean, whatever. I guess fucking that's probably something we should watch, but it's probably not going to be consistent.
Yeah, it might be like once a month.
Once a month, we may talk about WWE, and then we may be talking about AEW the other episode, and then just be assholes. We may pop reviews of old shit, old pay-per-views.
Okay.
Because I mean, I'd watch some of the old pay-per-views again because they were good, especially some of the ones that like were from like the late '90s, early 2000s. Man, some of those were fucking amazing.
Yeah.
So that's how we can keep wrestling going until wrestling gets good again.
That we also need to watch in order for it to know when it gets good again.
Yeah, that's true. Well, like you said, maybe we just scale it back to just once a month. As terms of talking about the stuff that's been going on,
or if there's a sense of urgency on a weekly basis, if we're watching something.
I mean, listen, if Raw starts to get good, I mean, we may do it weekly. We may have to do weekly episodes talking about Raw.
Yeah.
And I mean, obviously, we're going to be doing an episode discussing the January 6th Monday Night Raw on Netflix, and I have to say, like, they've hyped it up to where I have like big hopes. For this.
I don't. It looks. I don't care about Solo Sikoa versus Roman Reigns. Seth Rollins and CM Punk, sure. I guess that's the main event for the night. And then we're going back to the tried and true match between Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan, which I don't think is a good idea.
No, because it's already been done many times, and what are they going to do? But anyways, I mean, that's, I guess we talk about wrestling for that, but
this is BFM. We could talk about
what the fuck we want. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know. I feel like they've hyped it enough. This is changing everything. Okay, they've hyped it enough to where this better change everything.
I think I need the Wyatt Six to wipe out the bloodline. That's the only way they redeem them.
What if
if they just eliminate the bloodline on both sides?
What if they show up during that match and just fucking kill everybody? Would that be like
that would make up for the last 6 or 7 months? I'm not really that invested, but if they're able to kill both bloodlines, that would mean the world to me.
I think that would be cool. And then start a feud with both bloodlines, have to align to try to take out the Wyatt Six.
I think we're overdue for a
faction war,
something like that. And also I think we're due for the corporation storyline or something.
Yeah, we need like a
we needed the Rock versus Triple H.
Yeah.
We have the Rock having his faction of guys, which is probably going to be like Solo Sikoa and the Poverty Bloodline.
Right, yeah.
And then anybody that wants to get paid.
yeah, true.
That wants to get paid will be on the Rock side, and everybody that believes in wrestling or whatever will be on Triple H's side.
Yeah, I do feel like they're pushing towards some sort of faction with Drew McIntyre, CM Punk, and Seth Rollins. Like,
well, I don't know about CM Punk.
I feel like they're gonna like try to do some sort of like faction with the three of them.
Yeah,
and be like, listen, we hashed it out. All right, we had our match, but we all need to realize that like we need to be in this together if we're gonna make changes around here.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's probably what's going to end up happening. And then obviously they're going to betray. Seth Rollins will probably betray everybody again, like he always does. And then, at the end of
Judas.
He'll kill everybody at the end of it. But who cares? That's for a later date. Let's see where they go with this.
Yeah.
If they do it, I don't know. I mean, I guess we'll just have to tune in and find out. But like I said, I'm hoping it's good because I want wrestling to be great again. Let's make wrestling great again. All right. Like Jesus.
Yeah.
Anyways, I don't know what else you got. Anything else?
No, I think that's pretty much it. I think we talked enough.
Right. I think we did too. So, anyways, Game Rage 2025. Fucking stay tuned. Big things.
I just have one thing to say.
Yeah.
Reality is cold and apathetic. Boobies are warm and soft.
And they taste good. I think that's if I can set it there. That's good enough.
This has been the Butt Fuck Nowhere Show. Thanks for listening. Don't forget, subscribe and like on Instagram and TikTok at Game Rage Magazine. Also on Twitter/X at Game Rage Mag. Also visit our website, www.GameRageMagazine.com, for a host of other podcasts and more. Thanks for listening.